Hey guys, Mike from Missouri. Well, it finally came. Before Christmas, I ordered a steady rest off eBay, and it sat here at the local Kansas City warehouse for about a week for whatever known reason. But here, looks to be in one piece and pretty well packaged. Unfortunately, based on some research, I think it's not going to fit properly on my 12-inch Hendey because it came off an early style 14-inch Hendey. That's what it came off of. They're not sure it was a Hendey, but I'm pretty sure it is. I've been looking for one of these steady rests for a couple years now. The seller did a nice job of packaging it, that's for sure. There it is. I don't see any maker's mark on it here, but nice. A lot of times you'll see these broken. All right, let's go bring it over to the lathe and see here. Try it on the 12 speed, they're the same. Already pretty much know that it's too big. So I measured see. And the reason, so the height is about right, but so if you didn't know, Hendey, that's a no-no. The early style Hendey lathes were not of raised, they call them normal swing, or they were not raised swing. So later on, when they started making the gearhead lathes, I don't know if all the gearheads were raised swings, but this is a 12 by 30 lathe, but it will actually swing 14.5 inches because they essentially call this a raised swing model. But the bed and everything was the same as the old 12-inch swing. So if you get a steady rest, which this is a steady rest from an older Hendey, at least I believe it to be, it's a 14-inch swing, which makes the height about right, but just the overall width of the bed is bigger on the 14-inch machine. So, you know, I hate to cut into it, but to make it fit, because the only way I'm gonna be able to make it fit is to, looks like probably cut the legs and make a new base for it. But Yeah, I'm not sure. It'd be nice to just pass it along to someone who had a 14-inch steady or 14-inch lathe that needed a steady rest, but then I'm back to not having a steady rest again. And I sold my import lathe for these American Hendeys, and I haven't had a steady rest since. And I've had several times where it'd be nice to have a steady rest. So I am not sure what I'm going to do yet, and I'm going to look into modifying this, and we'll go from there. Picked up this piece of 1-inch thick, 3-inch wide by 9 inches long mild steel. My plan is to raise it the 1/2 inch that I need, and then also transfer the V and the flat into it. First thing I'm going to do is square off the ends in the mill, and then I'll scribe out the lines here for the V-way, and we'll go from there. Okay, I'm set up in the mill here. I got a end mill with 1.5 inch cutting area so I can get the whole thing at once. I'm going to go ahead and turn the mill on and square that end up. We're going to cut back to front so we're not climb milling. Alright, so I went ahead and faced this off in the mill, the other side off camera. So I got two very square edges. And it's just a touch, a whisker thickness wider. So right now I want to scribe where I want to cut this angle in here so I can mill it out. I'm not going to do a bunch of calculations. I'm going to scribe it and I'm going to cut to the scribe. I don't have any Dicom here. I'm going to try the magic marker method and see where that gets me. Maybe. Okay, I am using this 45-degree device here. Let's see, I got it set, clamped tight, and I'm gonna mill to my mark. Pretty happy with that. I'm going to take a measurement of each leg to see if I'm even. Alright, so based on this, we got a little deeper than we should have. I need to take about 30 to 50 thousandths off the bottom of the whole thing now. Yep. So bottoming out. Take the whole bottom down because of my mistake. Desired height. This really pains me to do this, but sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, I got this squared up in the middle. I need to take about 3/8 off the bottom here as much as I can to get that height down. I don't like cutting cast iron because it throws a really fine dust all over the place, but I don't really have an option. Okay, while I have this thing in here, I'm going to true up the edges. I'm going to put this I think 1.5 inch, maybe 2 inch deep cutter, 5/8 diameter. I'm over here at the lathe. I'm using the 3-jaw to center the steady rest. Got the width about right. It fits between the carriage. But I need to take off about 1/4 inch. Probably should have only got a piece of 3/4 inch thick, but it was kind of hard to judge, so just working with what I got. So I'm gonna mill off 1/4 inch from the top of this, and I'll try to fit it again here. Okay, I got this piece machined down. I'm gonna do a final test fit here. Very, very close. Describe the center. Get you a close look at what I got here. Trim this off. I'm going to braze all the way around and make it one. Well guys, there it is. Brazed the bottom on, let it cool off, and then I spent about an hour grinding the excess brazing off. It turned out excellent. Took the needle scaler to try to give it some pattern. I'm gonna use a little bit of body filler and fill up some of those bigger voids. It's hard to argue with that. I'm gonna go set it on the lathe and I'll show you over there. All right, right there it is on the lathe. Can't argue with that. Really happy with that. You can almost, I contoured the edges, smoothed them out, rounded everything off. Tried to add some pattern back with the needle scaler. Overall, it turned out better than I could have expected. A lot of work, but now I have a period correct steady rest from a Hendey lathe. I think it is a Hendey steady rest, like I said before, but I'm not for sure. But there it is. That's the end of this series. We'll see you later.